It's time, fight fans and degenerate gamblers. Welcome to the Thick Boys Fight Club, where there are only two rules. Rule number one, always talk about Thick Boys Fight Club. Rule number two, talk about Thick Boys Fight Club even if no one wants to talk about Thick Boys Fight Club.
All right, guys, welcome back
to another episode of Thick Boys Fight Club, baby. And just to start it off, we've been telling everybody, like, comment, subscribe, get your chance to win that T-shirt for the Stipe Miocic versus Daniel Cormier 3 fight. And today is the day of the drawing, the moment you've all been waiting for. And I calculated, since we're all, gamblers here, I put out some odds for all of you on your percentages of winning. Peter Lyons coming in as the favorite with a roughly around 33-35% chance of winning here. After that, we have Clouds, Korean British, Macau Morris, Gabriel Walker, and Brandon Phillip. All of you coming in with a roughly around 10 to 12% chance of winning. And then after that, we have Sound of Violence, Patrick Houston, and Jacob Marshall. All right. Roughly around a 5% chance of winning. So,
all right.
Here we go. Well, we got the little hat.
Well, show it one more time. Just before you guys do it, I just want to say thank you guys all for the comment. You know how the little background thing. Yeah. It's all right. Yeah. They can see it. Yeah. Say thank you to everyone, though, real quick, guys. We appreciate it. We do this for you, the fans, and we're going to keep doing things like this because, we'll be honest. We won't get paid by YouTube. Not by you guys, by YouTube. So please, you guys got to keep commenting, liking, subscribing out there. If you want to be in the drawing for the next time, we'll see who wins here. If they're comfortable enough, maybe we'll put you guys on the show, for a little bit, just so you can show off your cool shirt. But without further ado, let's see who wins the first shirt between Stipe Miocic and DC. Yeah, give it a stir it up.
Yeah, a little stir around. And the winner is coming in, Clouds.
Clouds
going to be our winner today.
Clouds.
Yeah, God damn it. Stupid thing. But yeah, Clouds will be hitting you up, asking you for your T-shirt size and everything. Yeah, so with that 10% chance? Oh, no, he had 10%. Yeah, 10% chance. You got it. Congratulations, brother. I don't look up your odds and all that shit.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so the guy, your name was Clouds on YouTube then, correct? Okay, so Clouds, do us a favor, man. Please hit us up on Instagram. I guess it's probably going to be the easiest way for us to get in contact with you. I guess so, right? Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah. We'll see if there's a way I can hit you up on YouTube. Maybe there's like a messaging there. I've never really fiddled around with it too much.
Yeah, we'll try to hit you up. But if not, add us on Instagram, private message us on Instagram. And, hey, do it like today so we can order you that shirt up and we'll get it sent out to you, man.
Yep.
But cool. Congratulations, brother.
Yeah, and like we said, we're going to be doing lots of these drawings. And, we might as well announce what the next one's going to be. It's going to be I believe it's Khabib Gaethje, right? Is what we said? Is the next one coming
that's
up?
The next one. So
yeah, because we were gonna do the Zabit Yair Rodriguez, but seeing how that fight got canceled, we're now switching it to the Khabib versus Justin Gaethje, the lightweight title fight you've all been waiting for. So
for sure.
And we'll start counting again from today. If you are already subscribed, you automatically get entered one time, and then every comment and like that you put down, you get an additional entry into the drawing.
Cool. Very cool. All right, guys. Well, we'll get that shirt sent out to you there, Clouds. Congratulations once again. But without further ado, let's get into this. Let me give you guys a little breaking news out of the UFC real quick. We had some great fights yesterday. Very good. We got Chris Weidman is looking for a quick turnaround, he said yesterday in the news. So liking that. We'll see if he gets back in there. We'll break his fight down here in a little bit. Not sure if I'm that impressed with it, but we'll see what that, old man can come out with.
Yep.
Also yesterday, guys, talking about it, we got Curtis Blades has accepted a call out from Derrick Lewis. I think that's a great matchup for next one. We'll kind of see how that falls. I kind of thought Derrick Lewis was going to be more talking about wanting to face the champ again, but
wait, Lewis called out
Yeah.
Blades?
Yeah.
I saw Blade said next I call Lewis next.
Yeah, and then Derek Lewis, I called him out in an interview yesterday, from what I understand. So, yeah, pretty cool.
Bad matchup.
Yeah. And then, guys, also reading here, Dana White is in talks with Floyd Mayweather in regards to maybe a possible another boxing match. Who would it be with? We don't know. Of course, they asked him about Conor real quick, if there would be a rematch there. He said Conor's retired, so we'll have to see there.
Henry Cejudo?
But yeah, guys, that's what I got for you. There wasn't too much in the news right now. I'm sure we're going to be getting some developing stories coming out this week, though, due to the big fights coming up, but which we're pumped up about, obviously looking forward to next week's fight card. But real quick, let's break this one down for you guys, just in case you didn't get a chance to watch.
Yep, we'll get right into it, but real quick, just to pat ourselves on the back.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, got a nice 5-0, but you know what? We'll call it 4-1 because we did recommend betting on the girl just because of the odds. But worst case, 4-1. Look, guys, the first fight up was BENEIL Dariush, 18-4-1, coming in as a -175 favorite, fighting in the lightweight division against Scott Holtzman. And that was just a clinic. I don't know how to describe it. What did you think, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, I know we had a little bit of doubts, with calling yourself hot sauce. I thought you'd be a little more spicier. But my God, you had nothing for BENEIL, just like I thought. I mean, that guy is a gangster, no doubt about it. And then I got to come out and say, after the fight too, man, I thought that was even cooler of him. I mean, super embarrassed about missing weight. He's, said, hey, Dana, if I do win the $50,000, I want you to give it to Hot Sauce over there. I mean, that's a real stand-up guy right there. That tells me that something must have just went wrong with his weight cut. Before the fight started, when I had found out that he had missed weight, guys, I was getting a little nervous there, and it made me start to kind of rethink it a little bit. But as we said, BENEIL just has the skill, had way better skills than Hot Sauce, obviously, and it clearly showed.
Yeah, look, Darius, he got the skills to pay the bills. At the end of the day, the guy's a sick black belt. He's incredible on the ground. And then that time over at King's MMA under Rafael Cordero is really paying off. His Muay Thai, his stand-up is looking incredible. He's looking like an elite level striker. But I'm not willing to say that quite yet, but he's getting close. He made Scott Holtzman, who is predominantly a stand-up fighter, look like he was the worst out of the two on the feet. And we all knew how it was going to go on the ground. If it did, Darius was definitely had a clear advantage. So altogether, he just had a nice, well-rounded game and made an easy night of work.
Easy work.
Yeah. Nice spinning back fist to finish it all up. A little flash.
Yep, for sure.
After that, in the women's bantamweight division, we had YANA Kunitskaya fighting JULIJA Stoliarenko. YANA is now a nice 13-5. JULIJA is a 9-5-1. Look, guys, it's like we said, or like I was saying, the experience, the amount of time that YANA spent in the UFC here, it just proved to be too much. You could just tell she was so much physically stronger than her. Just like the way she pinned her up against the fence, like, look at those fucking back muscles. Yeah. And then you're looking at JULIJA and you're like, I'm sorry, girl. Like, if you're going to try to compete at the highest level of the 135-pound division, you got to put on some muscle mass because you had zero answer for being pinned against the cage. She wasn't swimming. It didn't look like she was trying to swim for underhooks and try to spin around at all. She was really just trying to pull guard, which wasn't working. She didn't have any answers for what YANA was doing. Just complete domination.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to come out and say it. There is a reason why we cover predominantly the UFC. The UFC is the elite. You cannot argue with that. When you see someone who's supposed to be a champion in another organization, and not only to say that last fight that she had for that belt in Invicta, I mean, on film looked like a crazy brawl. But, I mean, you got to say, it's almost like Yana could have taken on both of those girls in that fight and still came out victorious, honestly. I mean, the competition is just like none other. And we're going to put this note back in our little, organization notes here. I mean, when you see a girl coming in from another organization, my God, stay away. I was really pumped up on her. And for that, my God, I was so disappointed yesterday. I really thought she was going to have a way better showing than that. She had zero answer for anything that was thrown to her. There was a glimpse of hope there in the second round where there was almost an armbar attempt. Very quickly, Yana realized, get the fuck out of there. She, retreated, and that was it. And yeah, guys, I was the one on, I'll be honest, I was the one pumping that pick there. Ty was telling me I was a little crazy about that one. And Ty chose it right, for sure. I like the odd, but there was a reason the odd was what the odd was, for sure.
Yeah, I think what we as collectively as gamblers have to remember is like we have to temper our expectations when someone's being hyped up. It's something we're noticing a lot now, especially right now in this current atmosphere of everything going on, is they're really hyping up anyone new coming into the UFC, and we just have to temper our expectations, look at it, and just be realistic, because we forget how sometimes you want the new young thing, the new young hotness to fucking come out there and dominate, but we forget how much veteran experience plays a huge factor in this. And it's just like we saw one of the prelim fights, which I loved, was Tim Means, and how his experience in the octagon really helped him win that fight. It was a close 1-1 round, and then he just clinched up against the fence and was able just to get a takedown and score enough points just to win, wasn't risking himself. And it's kind of the same thing with Yana. She was doing the same thing. She knew that she was the physically bigger fighter, had the experience. She did have the advantage she had a clear advantage on the feet, knew she shouldn't go to the ground, and she played it perfectly. Just pin her against the cage, dirty box. Don't go for a takedown. Just hold her up top and dominate her there, because the control time will win rounds.
Exactly.
It wasn't entertaining by any stretch of the imagination, but
not at all.
Yeah. After that, in the middleweight division, we had MAKI Pitolo, now 13-6, who was a 145 underdog, fighting Darren the Dentist Stewart, now a nice 12-5, coming in as the -165 favorite. And it's just like we said, we're from Hawaii, and we told you don't bet on that dude.
Yep.
Look, Darren Stewart is just huge for the division. He's a great striker, and he's even got submissions now. He's really becoming that complete fighter that you want to see. And honestly, keep an eye on him. He's someone that you might want to bet on a little more frequently. I like how his game is really developing, and hopefully he wants to do a quick turnaround as well. I'm hoping he does.
Yeah, we'll see what he does. The odd on him winning by submission I saw was plus 1950 at some places. I mean, my God. If you had gotten that, congratulations. Wish I got a little piece of that money right there. That would have been sweet little taste. We should have just called it like it was, honestly, breaking it down. You had a guy who was big for the division and a guy who was extremely small for the division. And, I mean, taking all other things aside, usually the bigger guy can get it done, which is exactly all that was. Not taking anything away from MAKI, though, honestly. Came out rough, and his hands are heavy. There is no doubt about that. I mean, he had his moments in that fight, too, for a little bit. Where, it was like at any moment he could have had a knockout, but it just wasn't his day yesterday like we thought. And, he was able to kind of Stewart was just able to kind of do whatever he wanted to with him, honestly. He controlled the whole fight just about, I would say.
Yeah, it was a short fight, but he was definitely picking him apart. And obviously MAKI felt something that he felt the need to shoot for the takedown. It has been Darren Stewart's weakness is being taken down and controlled, but Stewart did a great job having an answer for that situation. And
and that was all she wrote.
Yeah, wrapping that W up.
Done deals.
In the co-main event of the evening, fighting in the light heavyweight division, we had OMARI Akhmedov, now 25-1, coming as a slight underdog at plus 115, versus Chris Weidman, a nice 15-5, who started off as a -135. I saw him go as high as -160 by the time the fight came around.
Yeah.
it was a really close fight. They both, they both won 1 round each. They both looked gassed out by the end of the second round. But Chris just, he really dug deep, got that final takedown that he needed to, secure that last round. It really just came down to who took the other down. Stand up. Neither guy looked overly impressive besides Akhmedov's body. That liver punch was beautiful. I will give him that. But other than that, there wasn't much on the feet to, really talk about.
Yeah. No, it was a wrestling clinic there for sure. You had Chris Weidman I definitely took the first. Then you had Akhmedov come back, take the second, and it was tied up. Got a little nervous there in the second round for Weidman. He was definitely the first out of both of them to get tired, I would say. But then all of a sudden, mid-second round, Akhmedov obviously started he saw him now start breathing heavy. And once it was at that point, we knew it was going to be on. Chris Weidman's team must have saw that as well. And they just, told him, hey, man, you want to win this fight, go get those takedowns. Just keep taking them down. Like Ty always tells me, and it is totally true, if you don't believe us, go to the gym, try it yourself. Try pick up a body bag and just keep slamming it down multiple times. I mean, these wrestlers sometimes don't get the credit they deserve for how physically demanding that is on your body to continue to take someone down over and over and over.
Yeah, and if you're just doing it with the body bag,
yeah.
You're going to get tired and then try to do it to a person who doesn't want you to take them
That's
down.
exactly what I was just going to say. Yeah.
It's not fun.
You and I will get tired just taking down the body bag. Now try to do it, like you said, with someone who's fighting you to not want to get taken down. So, yeah.
That's why it's like the control is so important. When you get them down, you got to control them. Don't let them, unless you're like a Khabib or what's that new kid that just showed up?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but
unless you have like some ridiculous cardio like Zabit or Khabib and can just put a wrestling clinic on and have no problem doing takedowns for 15 minutes. It's like really savor those minutes on top.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's what it was. And, I'm going to say this though, man, Weidman, I don't know, man. I love the dude and everything like that, but I don't think you're going to win every match like that, and we kind of did see it. His jaw is definitely a little weak, and, he's kind of becoming a fragile old man there. Definitely still has enough competition to fight, no doubt about it, but I don't know about breaking into the top 10 or anything like that, man. I think that would be a rough deal for you.
If he's suggesting that he wants to make a run at the top,
that's what he's suggesting.
Division, I know, but think about who you're going to go up against.
Oh my God!
Paulo Costa, Israel Adesanya, Kevin Gastelum, bro. These guys, like, I know he beat Kevin Gastelum, but these guys got knockout power. Like, what? I get it. Matt Serra and Ray Longo, they love the guy and they want him to do whatever he wants, but please, for his health, pick the right fights for him. Don't be putting him in unnecessary danger.
That's what I'm saying too.
Yeah. Last but not least, the main event, the Black Beast, Derrick Lewis, now a nice 24-7, coming in as the -230 favorite, fighting ALEKSEI Oleinik, 59, now 14-1. Coming in as a +190 underdog. I believe he moved up to around +215 by the time the fight got started. And I think Lewis almost got up to, I think he was -260, -270 by the time the fight started.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you take it away, Nick?
Oh, and you can see why. I mean, we, as we said, our predictions came true. As long as Derrick Lewis didn't get taken down, everything was going to be A-okay. Second Derrick Lewis went down, things started becoming a little bit of a problem. I would never say he was in a bad situation completely. Actually, let me take that back. Yeah. And at the end of the first round, did start to get a little nerve-wracking there. If he would have twisted his hand back a little bit more, we could have started to see a problem. Why Derrick Lewis decided to go to the ground was kind of beyond me. I don't know what he saw there. I mean, because when he was on top,
he's the baddest blue belt in Texas, apparently.
I mean, when he was, when he was on the top, man, like the gorilla that he is, man. I mean, he was smashing. I mean, those punches, and he throws them wild like that. They are vicious. Very nervous about some back of the head shots, though, and that would have been a shame if it would have ended like that. But, you know, he's got to control it a little bit, but you can see why he gets a little crazy when, you know, action starts. By all means, just start throwing. But just like we thought, guys, Derrick Lewis got the knockout in the second. I'm not sure if it went over in the over, did it?
No, I'm pretty sure it hit the under.
It hit the under then. So, yeah, you know, Derrick Lewis just had to stick to his game plan just like we thought. I'm sure when he went back to his side, his team told him, do not go to the ground like that again in this fight. And obviously he listened, so that was very good.
Yeah, it was look, I don't know why Lewis decided to take ALEKSEI down. I did feel confident that, like, ALEKSEI's mostly a top control grappler and has good submissions on the top. He has done a couple of Ezekiel chokes, but I think that was more people had gassed out and he applied the pressure and the guy was tired and looked for a way out. But it's terrifying enough that he did get swept, and then ALEKSEI was able to go on top. And let me tell you, man, at 30 seconds to the clock, I think Lewis could have got tapped out at the end of that first round. That key lock was pretty close. And it just shows it does make me worry about him in the future. Like you said, if he fights Curtis Blades, I'm going to tell you right now, you just bet on Curtis Blades. It will not be a competition. Lewis can knock anybody out, yes, but his takedown defense is real bad. He is terrible off of his back. He had no answers to get back to his feet besides just tough it out. Like that old school judo neck crank that he was doing. That's a neck crank, guys. It's not a choke. He's just in a lot of pain. It is very uncomfortable. It is difficult to breathe, but you can breathe. As long as you don't panic, you'll be fine, which is, I'll give props to Derrick Lewis. He didn't panic. He waited. He toughed it out. But other than that, he was not trying to roll. He was not using his legs to try to get a half guard or anything. In the future, if he really doesn't focus on his ground game, it's going to be a quick night of work for a lot of guys for them.
Yeah.
They're just going to see that weakness.
Yeah, for sure. But Derrick Lewis got it tonight. That's all that matters.
Yep, 100%. Look, he like we said, ALEKSEI's just too old to be fighting. I hate to say it, Lewis is probably top 5 in the division. And I was telling Nick yesterday while we were watching it that the most realistic fight, if Daniel Cormier wins his fight against Stipe Miocic and rides off into the sunset, is you put Francis Ngannou, Derrick Lewis 2 for the title. That's what you do. That's the fight to make for the championship.
I like that too.
Yeah, and then Curtis Blades can have the winner. Or Curtis Blades. You know what? Curtis Blades fights Stipe afterwards, and the winner gets the winner of those two. That's what you fucking do.
Yeah, for sure.
So Dana, I'm here if you got any job openings.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much again for watching. We will be back for a super exciting show on Wednesday. Can't wait for that one. That's going to be a good time. Stipe Miocic, DC, coming at you.
For the baddest motherfucker on the planet, for real.
Yep. That will be the match. Can't wait for next Saturday night. Start sleeping now so I can just wake up and have it be Sunday or Saturday already. But yeah, guys, right on. Thank you so much for and one more time, Clouds. Congrats, brother.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
So
I'll be hitting you up.
Yeah. Get in contact today so we can get that shirt to you, man, so you can wear it to your party shindig or your mother's basement, whatever that is you go to watch the fights at. Oh, man. Take it easy, everybody. We'll be back Wednesday with the picks. We've got an exciting show, like I said. Tune in for reals. Subscribe, like, comment as always. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, till next time. Shoot.